Okay, if you've ever managed an event, you know that feeling. That sinking, gut-wrenching feeling when you realize a crucial piece of info just never got to the right person. Today, we're going to dive into exactly why that happens, and more importantly, how you can stop it for good.
Ugh, these 5 words. We didn't know it changed. I mean, for anyone in events, that's basically the start of a nightmare, right? It's the exact moment chaos kicks in. But here's the thing, it is completely preventable. So let's break down how we even get to that point, and it all starts with one universal truth about our industry.
And here it is, the one thing you can always count on, the only constant, is change. I mean, the plan you start with, it's pretty much never the plan you end with. The details are always moving.
You know how it goes. Guest counts go up, then down, clients change their mind about the color scheme, timelines get bumped. None of this is a surprise, right? This isn't a sign of failure. It's just the normal, everyday evolution of an event. So yeah, the change itself, that's not the real problem.
The real problem is the ripple effect. Every single tiny adjustment, every little client preference, it creates this new opportunity for a critical piece of information to just vanish. It creates this dangerous gap between what you know and what your team or your suppliers know.
So, okay, let's really dig into the mechanics of how this breakdown happens. Because it's not about people being careless or bad at their jobs. Not at all. It happens because the way we've all been taught to communicate is just fundamentally flawed for something as fast-moving as an event.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. A client shoots you a quick text. You fire back, got it. You make a mental note, maybe you even pull up the master spreadsheet to change it. But then another fire breaks out. And that last crucial step, inform everyone, it gets pushed to a leader that, let's be honest, never really shows up. This right here is the exact moment the whole system starts to crack.
And so, to compensate, we do what feels like the right thing. We become these human switchboards, forwarding emails, screenshotting texts, and blasting them out to everyone we think needs to know. But here's the hard truth. That's not a solution. It's just a Band-Aid on a much deeper problem. And here is exactly why that approach is doomed to fail. Your forwarded email, it's just one of like 100 messages in your caterer's inbox that day. And now they're wondering, wait, was this the final guest count or did another one come through? Forwarding doesn't create clarity, it creates confusion. It doesn't actually change the event plan, it just adds to the noise. And this is how those tiny little communication gaps snowball into full-blown event day chaos. When your critical information is scattered across 10 different inboxes and 5 chat threads, you don't have one event plan anymore. You actually have multiple versions of your event floating around. And guess what? Most of them are wrong. I mean, just picture it. Your florist is working from the original floor plan they got a month ago. Your lighting tech has version 2, and you, of course, have version 4 sitting on your laptop. Everybody is working hard, they're being professional, but they're literally working on different events. Why? Because nobody ever gave them a clear, unmistakable signal that the info they had was old news. And so what do you hear on the day of? Nobody told us. Oh, we worked from the original plan. I thought this was still correct. Look, these aren't excuses. These are the completely logical results of a broken communication system. That's the sound of the process failing, not the people. And you know what? This is the part that leads to total burnout. You end up spending all your time and energy just chasing information, sending just checking in reminders, calling suppliers to triple check they have the right arrival time. You become the human glue, single-handedly holding this broken process together with pure effort and a whole lot of stress. Okay, so let's just pause for a second and ask, what is the real problem here? It's not that things change. It's not that your team is forgetful. The actual root of the issue is something much deeper. Here it is. This is the core issue. When a client changes a detail in a text message, the official event plan, the document everyone is supposed to be working from, it hasn't actually changed at all. Only the conversation has changed. And let me tell you, conversations are the absolute worst, most unreliable place to store critical event information. So, this all brings us to the solution. And no, it's not some flashy new app or a magic wand. It's a fundamental shift in how we approach our work. It's a disciplined, professional mindset focused on creating a single source of truth, one reliable place where the event actually lives. Just look at the difference here. The old way is all about pushing information out. The burden is completely on you to inform people over and over again. The professional way is about creating a central source that people pull information from. It flips the responsibility, and honestly, it's a total game changer. The logic couldn't be simpler. When the client decides to change the menu, you don't fire off 5 different emails. You go to the one central plan and you update the menu there. The plan itself becomes the update. The document is the communication. And the results? They're pretty much immediate. You can stop all that frantic forwarding. You don't have to keep repeating yourself. No more sending those annoying reminder texts. You can finally just operate with this amazing confidence that anyone who looks at the plan is automatically seeing the latest version, period. And listen, this is about so much more than just being organized. When you adopt this approach, you fundamentally transform your role. You stop being a stressed-out information firefighter, and you become a calm, confident commander of your event. And really, this is the key to keeping your sanity. You get to stop managing this messy, tangled web of conversations, and instead, you get to manage a clean, clear, reliable structure. The mental load that this lifts, it's just enormous. And the best part is, the positive effects just ripple out to everyone. Your team feels empowered because they can finally trust the info they're looking at. Your suppliers know it's on them to check the master plan for the latest details. And your clients? They see this incredibly professional, organized system, and it gives them absolute confidence in you. So it really all boils down to this one idea. Chaos isn't created by the change itself, it's created by the unreliable way we communicate those changes. We can't stop clients from changing their minds. That's just part of the creative process. But what we absolutely can control is the system we use to manage it all. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about for your own events. Is your event plan a solid, reliable structure that your entire team can build on? Or is it just a messy, confusing archive of old conversations? Because that choice, it really does make all the difference in the world.